It was evident as it led Pete to have arguably the greatest college basketball career of all time, as he averaged an absurd 44.2 points per game over his 3 years in Division.
Bro averaged 40 points? 42 points? What type of drugs is this dude on? Who was he playing, first off? Was he playing to get some competition? Was there competition when he's playing these dudes and averaging 42 points? That is a lot of points. Oh my God. How have I not heard about this dude? What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. I'm the only channel that you like to watch react. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, show some love. Even though we strangers, I'ma still give you a hug. Now, as y'all can see, my scenery a little different today. I'm outside with it. You feel me? Got the basketball court in the back. Old dude doing his thing. Is that a bald spot on his head? So let's zoom in and see. I think old dude got a bald spot. Yeah, I never heard of Pistol Pete before, never watched his videos because nobody's recommended it to me. I'm only gonna go watch a highlight video. If somebody tell me to go watch it, like Larry Bird, somebody's like, go watch Larry Bird reaction. I did that, y'all loved it. Like LeBron James, I go watch some LeBron, some Michael Jordan. But Pistol Pete, who is Pistol Pete? I guess we finna find out in this video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you new. I post daily content, we back on it. I know I always say that, but for real this time, for real. You just tune in and you watch. But I'm gonna go ahead and get on to this reaction because I'm ready to see what Pistol Pete got for me, no cap. So without further ado, let's get it. Also, before I start this video, I'm gonna leave the original video down below if you wanna go ahead and watch that for yourselves. Make sure I give this dude credit because this is not my video that I'm watching, you feel me? So y'all go do that.
Peter Press Maravich, also known as Pistol Pete. It's no secret that Maravich was a transcendent and quality basketball player, but just how good would...
Oh my God, it is so many bugs and flies. When I tell y'all, me and Mother Nature do not get along because I just hate bugs and they just love to bite me. Bugs love me, but I hate them. All right, let me get on to the video. I'm sorry.
Was he exactly? Well, let's do this like we do with all other players in this series and take it back to the beginning of their career. Long before the Pistol had played a professional basketball game, Pete's father, Press, was hell-bent on making his son Pete into an NBA talent. As a result, hard work and basketball obsession was very present in Pete's life from a very early age. It was evident as it led Pete to have arguably the greatest college basketball career of all time, as he averaged an absurd 44.2 points per game over his 3 years in Division.
Bro averaged 40 points? 42 points? What type of drugs is this dude on? Who was he playing, first off? Was he playing to get some competition? Was there competition when he's playing these dudes and averaging 42 points? That is a lot of points. Oh my God. How have I not heard about this dude?
You would think that a player with that kind of collegiate career would then be greeted with optimism from his new NBA teammates, but that actually wasn't the case. You see, Pete had a very flashy style of basketball that was frowned upon at the time that he was entering the NBA. All of his fast breaks, no-look passes, behind-the-back passes, and circus shots weren't embraced by many players and many teams within the league, and the Hawks players were no exception. The other star players on the Hawks were their point guard Lou Hudson and their center Walt Bellamy, who both had a very conservative style of play. Even with some early on chemistry issues, Maravich still found ways to be productive and excellent in his rookie campaign, as he averaged 23.2 points, 4.4 assists, and 3.7 rebounds on 45.8% shooting. It was an impressive debut that ultimately resulted in a first-round exit at the hands of the New York Knicks. As the years went on, Maravich's skills and production continued to improve. He was a genius on the fast break, he was a passing wizard, he was likely the greatest ball handler at the time, and he was an absolute scoring machine as he could get a bucket in a multitude of ways.
So it's basically looking like this dude is the godfather of handles. Am I correct to say that? He the godfather of handles and just being flashy? Did he create all of that type of stuff? Or am I wrong to say that? Y'all let me know who is godfather of the handles.
He was great at finishing in the paint. He had a reliable mid-range game, and he even had the range to score from 20 feet and beyond. During these years, the three-point line wasn't invented yet, but Maravich was without question one of the players who could have greatly benefited from the three-point shot.
They didn't have a three-point line back then? Oh my God, so they just going straight twos. Just back and forth with layups. That must have been boring to watch.
By his third year, he had broke out as an elite superstar in the NBA, as he was 5th in scoring and 6th in assists, as he averaged 26.1 points, 6.9 assists, and 4.4 rebounds on 44% shooting. In Maravich's first 4 years with the Hawks, he had established himself as a premier player, but the team still wasn't clicking enough to be among the elite teams of the NBA, and the Hawks were ready to make some changes. Enter the New Orleans Jazz. The Jazz were a 1974 expansion team. They needed someone to help bring attention and
okay, so he was white chocolate before white chocolate. Okay, I get it.
Excitement to their new franchise. So they traded 2 players and 4 draft picks to the Hawks to acquire Maravich. It comes as no surprise that the new expansion New Orleans Jazz offered little help to Maravich, and despite his fantastic numbers, they never made the playoffs during those years.
Do y'all see these flies? I'm about to go on a rampage. I'm sorry. And I'm finna just start murdering flies. It's finna be a fly murder season messing with me. I will murder all of you. Bro, it is so many flies. Maybe it's because it's a dog park behind me, and that's where dogs be using the restroom. I don't know. But this is ridiculous.
The lack of talented support didn't stop Maravich from putting on a strong display with the Jazz right as he was entering the prime of his career. In Pete's 3rd year with the Jazz, he had the best season of his career as he led the league in scoring for the 76-77 season at 31.1 points per game. What makes this even more impressive is that this was the first season after the NBA and ABA merger, meaning the competition was stronger and the league was jam-packed with fantastic scorers that year. Despite competitors like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Billy Knight, David Thompson, George Gervin, Bob McAdoo, Rick Barry, Bob Lanier, and Julius Erving, Pete Maravich was still by far the leading scorer that season.
There wasn't a three-point line invented when Julius Erving and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played? Dang, they old as hell. I know some of y'all probably watching this and y'all was alive to watch this. You old as hell. I'm sorry, but damn, no 3-point line?
With nearly a 5-point lead.
I feel like it's gonna be a 4-point line sometime in the future after I'm gone. And then they can be like, damn, I'm old as hell type shit. So don't feel bad. It's just all about evolution.
Lead in his average ahead of the nearest scorer. The highlight of that year was when the Pistol dropped 68 points on the New York Knicks. At the time, it was the most points ever scored by a guard in NBA history. Remember, this was at a time when there was no 3-point line, and this guard dropped 68 points. With a distance...
Wait, so that means Wilt Chamberlain dropped 100 points off of straight 2s. Did Wilt Chamberlain play before this, or did he play? This looked like around Wilt Chamberlain's era. I don't know, but that's hard to do. I'll give him that credit. I'll give him credit. That's a lot of points for only being able to shoot 2s.
Since he had on many of his shots, he easily would have scored into the 70s if he had a 3-point line. This also makes you wonder how many points he would have averaged that season and in his career if many of his baskets were worth 3 points instead of 2 points. Maravich was a force, but unfortunately, due to some consistent knee issues, his career was cut very short. With his scoring and assists, he should be much higher on the all-time list, but he only played 658 games throughout his career. That's essentially only 8 full seasons of basketball, yet despite that, he still had 5 All-Star appearances and made 4 All-NBA teams. His final season was at...
Did he win a championship? I mean, obviously not. They probably would have said something if he did.
Just 32 years old. It was the 1979-1980 season, which was the NBA's first ever season with a 3-point shot. He was well past his prime at this point, and the knee issues were laboring him throughout the year and caused him to miss many games. Despite the sample size, he still made 10 of his 15 3-point attempts, which is a remarkable 66%. One can only wonder what his career percentage would have been.
It's not that hard to shoot a 3-point shot, though. Let me show y'all real quick. Come on now. It's not that hard. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot one for y'all. Okay, maybe that's not as easy as I thought it would be. Moving on.
If the 3-point shot had always been available to him, he played his final games coming off the bench as an offensive spark for the Boston Celtics, who were led by Larry Bird in his rookie campaign. For the Pistols' career, he averaged 24.2 points, 5.4 assists, 4.2 rebounds, and 1.4 steals on 44% shooting.
I mean, that's
His
decent.
24.2 points per game average is the 18th highest career average in NBA history, and it's the 7th highest average by a guard. This
Oh,
man's
that's
career
great.
was quite
My bad.
short, but it still left quite an impression on many other greats. All-time legend Elgin Baylor said this of Maravich: "Oscar Robertson was the best guard I've ever played against. Jerry West was the best I've ever played with. Pete was the best I've ever seen." Years after his retirement, Maravich did lots of soul-searching before giving his life.
I'm gonna react to Oscar Robertson highlights tomorrow. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead and give Oscar Robertson a reaction. I'm gonna drop that tomorrow. So subscribe.
Life to Christ and becoming a Christian. Just a few years before his death, Maravich said, "I want to be remembered as a Christian, a person that serves Jesus to the utmost, not as a basketball player." And that brings us to January 5th, 1988, in Pasadena, California. At Pete's church, he was playing a pickup game with his friends when he collapsed and died due to a heart defect. He was only 40 years old, and he was playing the game he loved. So
He died at 44 playing basketball? What? No way. Let me hear that again. I believe it. I'm gonna hear that again. I ain't gonna lie.
collapsed and died due to a heart defect. He was only 40 years old, and he was
40.
playing the game he loved. So just how good was Pete Maravich really? Well, he was
That's
one
a
of the
good way to
hardest
die, though.
workers
Playing
ever,
the
one
game
of
you
the greatest
love.
passers, one of the greatest ball handlers, and one of the greatest scorers, which altogether makes him one of the greatest guards of NBA history.
He's not a better scorer than me. I'm sorry. I don't care what you guys say. If I was in the league, I'm putting up at least 50 a game. Let me show you how I shoot. That last shot, it was my first shot of the game, first shot of the day. Give me one more chance. One more shot. Watch this. Let me show you how nice I am with it. Pistol Pete ain't got nothing on me. I'm playing, y'all. Obviously, I'm not an NBA player, and I will never be. But yeah, that was the end of this reaction. I'm not gonna lie, Pistol Pete did show me something. He showed me something today. He showed me that he was a great basketball player. But he ain't better than LeBron James, no cap. I'm sorry, I just compare everybody to LeBron James because he's just the greatest of all time. If you think somebody else is the greatest of all time, let me know in the comment section. That shot that I just made was pure luck. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how I made that shot. That was my second shot of the day too. I honestly, if you watch one of my my 1v1 basketball videos, I do a video 1v1 strip basketball against females. Actually on this court right here, and we play basketball. You can see I'm not very good at basketball, but I'm very good at football. So if you want a 1v1 in football, let me know. But yeah, man, that was the end of this reaction. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like on the video. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram link will be in the bio, no cap. It'll also be down here. One of these sides, I don't know which one, but it's gonna be there. If y'all want to see more videos outside, just let me know. Get this video to 50 likes. 50 likes, and I'll do more videos outside when it's basketball related. So the basketball court's right there, and I can, you know what I'm saying, show off my moves and shit like that. Yeah, you feel me? But I'm finna get on to this next reaction, so without further ado, we out.